On March 19, 2020, a sudden, fierce wind swept across the Jagannath Temple in Puri. The sacred red flag, flying high atop the dome, blew directly into an eternal flame and caught fire. A few months later, the skies above the temple broke a centuries-old rule. For the first time in recorded memory, flocks of vultures, eagles, and hawks began landing on the temple's main dome and sacred pillars. These events followed directly on the heels of Cyclone Fani in May 2019. The sheer physical force of those winds actually bent the massive iron Sudarshan chakra mounted at the very top of the temple structure. Individually, a burning flag or a bent iron wheel look like bizarre, unrelated accidents, but when viewed together, they align with specific indicators listed in a 5-century-old prophecy. That prophecy is the Bhavishya Malika. It is a 500-year-old Odia text compiled by a revered saint named Achyutananda, who laid out a roadmap of future crises that is currently playing out in real time. One specific stanza in this ancient text describes a period where multiple unknown illnesses would strike the population. It states a massive disease will spread, forcing people to remain locked inside their homes, unable to step outside. In March of 2020, that exact scenario became a global reality. A microscopic virus shut down the planet, emptying streets and creating mass exoduses as billions of people were forced into sudden, indefinite quarantine. It's easy to read ancient poetry and find modern parallels. To know if this text is truly predicting the future, we have to look at how accurately it mapped its own past. Long before any modern diseases or cyclones, the Malika warned of an invading force marching directly on the temple grounds. History confirms this happened in 1558. A ruthless Afghan general named Kala Pahard, notorious for destroying religious sites, aimed his full military might squarely at Puri. His army breached the outer defenses and pushed toward the main sanctum. They were minutes away from capturing the Brahma Padartha, the mysterious wooden artifact believed to hold the literal heart of Lord Krishna. According to local records, the weather suddenly turned. An unnatural darkness swallowed the temple. Then a terrifying light erupted from inside the sanctum. The invading soldiers panicked. Some collapsed, while the rest broke rank and fled. Kala Pahard's army retreated without swinging a sword inside the inner chambers, fulfilling the text's promise of the temple's miraculous survival. The text then warned of a different kind of enemy. It stated that foreigners with white skin would arrive and attempt to systematically dismantle the temple's daily traditions. By 1805, the British Empire had taken control of the region. A British collector named Charles Hunter openly mocked the temple's ancient practices, officially dismissing them in his records as barbaric. The following year, the British administration attempted to permanently ban the massive Rath Yatra chariot festival, citing crowd control and administrative hazards. Millions of devotees refused the order. They ignored the foreign administration entirely and began constructing the massive wooden chariots with their own hands. Faced with a staggering civilian uprising, the British government folded. They reinstated the festival and backed away from interfering with the temple's inner workings. The Bhavishya Malika accurately forecasted both the arrival of colonizers and their ultimate failure to stop the temple's traditions. From 16th century military sieges to 19th century colonial bureaucracy and modern biological anomalies, the text's specific warnings have mirrored many of the temple's most significant challenges, which makes the final chapters of the Bhavishya Malika deeply concerning. The text details exactly what happens when the current era, the Kali Yuga, reaches its absolute end. There are specific omens still waiting to trigger. The text claims we will see 3 consecutive Rath Yatra festivals halted simultaneously and major river systems flowing backward. When those signs appear, the prophecy reaches its climax. The sacred Brahma Padartha will vanish from the temple, signaling the arrival of Kalki, the final avatar sent to reset the world. You can look at this 500-year timeline as a sequence of historical coincidences, or you can view it as genuine divine foresight. The Jagannath Temple remains an active intersection of recorded history and ancient mysticism, one where the oldest predictions continue to meet.